when Dad went to Cambodia, our mom was essentially the glue that like really kept us going together. That really kept us, fighting every day. To be good students, to be good sons and daughters, to be good citizens, right? Yeah. And she's the one that inspired us to be the people that we are today. I mean, without her, we'd probably be like a shadow of ourselves. It connects on such a bigger scale.
It's a piece of memory here. It's a piece of history.
Yep.
This is a piece of history, people. Let me tell you that, I mean, it's good. And I hope this continue on. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been around for 37 years, so we wanna go as far as 100 years.
Can I start all over?
Yes. Yeah, keep it.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'll do that. I keep on looking at that. Okay.
The Tan Brothers. Okay. Oh, the ice cream. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for really just being able to, entrusting us to be here.
Help you tell your story.
Chai Kwai has to be made fresh.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
in the morning,
exactly.
You can see the dough, the flour, everything.
Yeah.
Chop, chop, put it in.
Don't bring to a shack and rice string noodle. They make fresh chop white people. There ain't no leftover, okay? You come here, you could see the snitching mouth, sighting mouth.
Once we started making like fresh chak kwai, like right in the back and everything, making our own dough, not from like a pre-packaged box.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No. Like we buy our own flours, baking soda. We mix that all together, and it's like you said, it's a lot of love. These hands, they don't look rough for no reason. I know they call me Vanna Crib, but it's not for those reasons.
Put it on the t-shirt.
You know what? I'm gonna make a Chak Kwai shirt.
Chak Kwai costume.
When the kids would get out of school, they didn't have enough order an entire dish. Yeah. So I wanted a katil kotsa. And that dish was very limited because they were, young kids, they were students.
Nothing much in there, just the katil. That's why katil kotsa.
Simple.
Simple. Put kotsa so many loy. I mean loy chung with mata katil tik tu that tik tu các bạn phải năng hai rồi. Mean sạch ấy tiệt, mean like katil năng trong my katil kotsa. But I think what it is, I think your parent really want to do is really make the community feel like they back in Cambodia. Yeah. I think that's why they bring katil Phnom Penh. Usually when I was living in refugee camp, in the morning, I hear my dad would go to a coffee shop, the Yam Katil Phnom Penh. What I usually do, right? I have the cafe kadawa, hot coffee with condensed milk, and I take chak kwai and I dip it in there.
You dunk it.
And I did it one time. I showed it to my friend. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're missing out, man. This is the best thing, especially that fresh chak kwai and dip into that thing. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. I chak kwai everything. I throw it on. Buy two if you have to.
You make an ice cream sandwich.
Open up the chak kwai, put vanilla ice cream in there. That's a date, peanut, and drizzle a little bit of condensed milk.
Hey,
that's it.
Hey, what are you trying to
take my money? Take my money.
Customers are gonna come in, they're gonna ask for this decision.
No, it's just my idea. Don't be coming over here and ask them.
What are you just saying?
Ice cream. Oh, you got it. It's just an idea, okay? Don't come over and try. There's no Phnom Penh Noodle Shack special menu, so okay? We just want to let you guys know. Hello បងប្អូន ថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំមានឱកាសមានកិត្តិយសយ៉ាងខ្លាំងមិនតែមួយណាបងប្អូន 5 នាក់បាទបងប្អូនតកូតាមគាត់អញ្ជើញមកចូលរួមក្នុងកម្មវិធីរបស់ខ្ញុំ
Hello, my name is Van. You can call me, well, people know me back in the day when I was a kid as Vanakret. But you know, some of the you know, my Mexican friends and black friends back in my childhood, they always call me Ben Rip. I didn't want to go along with that because I got into a lot of trouble.
Everybody, my name is Ratana. Growing up, my childhood and my Cambodian name is Thina. A lot of the people know me as Thina. Throughout high school, really hard to pronounce our name, so I shortened it for everybody, and just now everyone knows me as Rat.
Everybody, my name is Narain. Some people know me as Naran. But yeah, I'm the youngest of 6 siblings, so it's been a great time just living life with them.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Naline. People also call me Nileen. I am the oldest of the sisters.
Hello everyone, my name is Molino. I'm the 3rd oldest brother in the Tan family. In Khmer, people know me as Abi, meaning the middle child. I'm born and raised like everyone else in Long Beach, California.
When did you guys expand the restaurant?
It was when I was in high school, year 2000, and that's when we actually established the name Phnom Penh Noodle. Was 2000. Everything else was always, if you look on paper, Jerry's Cafe, Chanta's Cafe.
I see.
People would call us, you know, the Katil Cherry.
Or Talola. Yeah, I know my Talola.
Yeah, the Shack.
Right, yeah.
But then we didn't fully establish the name until 2000 when we renovated. We called it Phnom Penh Noodle.
Yeah, we just wanted to we wanted to stick with the name that people like recognized us. You know, people, you know, we kept on hearing the Shack, you know, Cherry Shack, you know, Thalola Shack or Thalola Noodle or something like that, right? So it's, you know what, we gotta listen to the customers. We gotta stay true and like, you know, put a name that represents us and the community. You know what I
One
mean?
of the reasons why I enjoy working here was when I step in this door, I can feel the energy. You know, it's so lively. I can hear all the sounds, the food, the smell. Everyone's talking, everyone's enjoying, laughing, and just, you know, it's just that energy that drew me in closer even more. You know, so I miss that. And then just working with the staff here. I worked personally with the older staff, my dad's sister, and this one guy named Puti. Back in the days, but there was one memory I remember I will never forget is when when the customers finish eating, they would leave tips, and we would end up fighting for the tips. It's literally like you know, that's, you know, I'm cleaning the table, you know, me, Puti, and then Nat, me, Puti, and Nat. So we were like, oh, I'm gonna go get that table. I had more tips, $5, so I'm gonna go clean it. I'm gonna go get it, you know. And Puti would do the same thing, and that. So that was the culture, you know.
Yeah, it's normal.
You know?
We're younger, so we're relegated to doing the dirty work, you know, so the dirty work was the dishes. But as you can see here, there's a window where we wash the dishes. So every time a customer, we see them get up and leave, and then we can see money on the table, we're like, okay, let's get out there so we can get the tip, because our parents didn't pay us a lot of money to work on the day.
I agree.
They paid us bare minimum, and then whatever we made was through food or through the tip that we were able to get. Van started working first, and then we were still, me and Mo was probably still a little bit young. Well, from my experience, Van was already working, and he would come home and he would say, hey, I got this much money. And I was just like, man, I was so jealous. And I was like, yeah, whenever I get the chance to work, I'm gonna be working and I'm gonna be making that much money, you know, because I was like, damn, he got $10.
That's what made you really want to work. Like, oh, I gotta go work. I gotta get paid, you know.
Being opportunistic and trying to get the tips. It was funny because like my aunt and Puti, they would do all the waiting, you know, jobs. You know, they would refill the waters, take the orders and stuff like that, right? We would wash dishes and just look over the
That's all we're looking for. That's all we're looking for.
Gotta go.
we just look through the window and be like, oh snap, we going.
Yeah, you drop everything and go.
And the funny thing about that is, they can't do nothing to us because we're kids.
They're doing it.
They got mad.
No, they got mad.
how long have you guys owned the Prumpy Noodle Shack? How did it start? So tell us the history, how Prumpy Noodle Shack started.
My aunts and uncles, they came first in 1974, and they were sponsored here, and you know, they needed to make some sort of money to support themselves, right? So they had an opportunity to buy this American diner. It used to be called Gary's Cafe, hole in the wall, like run down, you know, type deal, and they were able to get it at a discount. We called Chanta Cafe, right?
Chanta's Cafe.
Yeah, before
Chanta was our dad's sister's, that was her first name, so she made it easy, just called it Chanta's Cafe.
Yeah.
And yeah, they served noodles, they served, you know, authentic Cambodian dishes. They were making
Just really simple menus.
yeah, banh chao, you know, banh chao,
egg rolls,
egg rolls, no pacho, just stuff that was easy for them that they can replicate from home to make it over here. And
Yeah, I mean, they only did what they knew. I mean, they weren't really entrepreneurs. They weren't really educated in that way. They were raised in a small farming community. What's it called?
it was called
Dong Chay.
Yeah,
It's like it's outside of Siem Reap. So they just, you know, food was the easiest thing for them to do. That's the only thing they knew, and it worked out not only for them, but it worked out for like the community also, because now we have like a community of refugees here.
Yeah, I want to kind of connect with that. You know, like I think every time I come to Phnom Penh Noodle, I feel I'm at home. You know, like a home cooked meal. You know, banh chao, you know, the Phnom Penh. You know, you can't go wrong with that. That's like my breakfast with the chap kwai in it too. That's good.
We came over as a family in '84, so the restaurant was established in '85. So my dad was in charge of, you know, taking care of all of just us three, actually, and my older brother, and trying to find, you know, food on the table. So he found odd jobs all across Long Beach, pretty much. My mom was stay at home. So she took care of us. Yeah, she cut hair. She did. She cut the owl. So, you know, we were never set with the restaurant. It was always, you know, find odd jobs for our parents until my dad came over to assist his sister with the restaurant, and that's where he put in his 2 cents, because, you know, you look at my dad, you know, he's a big guy. He loves food, so everything, they wanted his taste, and my dad's taste buds were the taste buds that, you know, everyone was pretty much like, okay, ooh, that's good, you know. So he had a lot of experience with cooking, and pretty much everything that he was able to bring to the restaurant was always a plus. People always liked the stuff that he would bring. So it was a small restaurant. I mean, like Ricky was saying, I mean, it was just maybe from the front door all the way to the back here. And Van he's gonna draw a picture for you guys.
It's funny, like my dad, he was very commanding, and he had like a deep voice, and so people kind of like low-key intimidated by him. So I remember a time where he was just giving out change to an old woman, and I don't think it was his intent or anything, right? But you know, whatever he gave to that old woman, she was so intimidated by him that she didn't even second guess it. You're right.
No, but back in the day though, the bowls were only like $3, so it was
Like
easy.
$2.75.
So it's easy to calculate.
Yeah, true.
He made it whole numbers, $3 cash only. It was
Simple, right? But we know it for that. You're like, we be here, we sitting, and we hear your like, oh, cái tiêu chan tôm cua, cái tôi tao tôm bì. I'm like,
It's like a bidding war.
yeah, but that's how it is though.
Yeah.
You know, it's normal. It's normal. But I always remember him. Look down, look la.
Hey, that was the beauty in having a small restaurant, because you can literally stand right here and take a person's order like 10 feet away and then yell it out to the kitchen staff and they'll pump it out in a couple minutes.
Yeah,
So
they're good at memorizing the order too. There was no like paper writing or anything like that.
I think my dad already knew their orders already, so the food was already done by the time they sat down.
Yeah, true.
And so he knew it by heart.
Yeah, there was a lot of. Well, it's a small restaurant, but a lot of regulars, right?
Yeah.
I mean, growing up, I mean, when we're working on the weekends, we see the same customer come over and over on the weekends. I mean, people travel from Westminster, who knows, but we still see the same people, and we're like, oh man, and then. We see them grow with their kids, and then they see us grow, and then you know, it's just kind of like a family. We're all growing up together.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. It's a family restaurant.
Exactly,
right?
it's a family restaurant,
Yeah.
and I think everybody knows us for that.
How old is Cambodian food? And then a lot of time, you know, is it like Thai
A
food?
lot of people compare our food to Vietnamese food. They say we're a lot alike. Vietnamese food, we're more. It's similar to pho. So pho is more like a beef broth. It's a lot of beef bones and stuff like that. But kutil, Phnom Penh noodles, kutil Phnom Penh, we use more of a pork broth. So all the flavors mostly comes from the pork meat.
Bro, you're making me hungry, man.
Bánh chao, bánh dung. What's that?
Bro, you're making me
So
hungry.
my mom taught me a lot too with cooking wise and how she measures things. Like she measures things with just I don't know, how does she cook? Like
All depends on that flour bowl you
Exactly. I know
have.
what you mean.
Yeah, the
Same with my
the
mom.
bowl that had pictures of flowers on it.
Yeah.
Use that
Don't
as
mess
a
with
measuring
all
cup.
those stuff.
he knows certain things, I know certain things, so we all come together like, what, mom did this, mom did that. The moment I broke that bowl in front of my face, I'm like, no, it tumbled. And I knew.
It's a family heirloom.
I was like, you know what? I got this. My mom engraved it in me. I remember the shape. I remember the size. I remember the weight. So it was up to me to make sure the recipe was good. And they were on me like, Nanayan, what's going on? There's something missing there. And I was like, oh no.
It's so good.
Yeah, so I had to pray to her while like, Mom, help me. But she really did taught us a lot from everything.
I think she have planned. I think she have planned already that she wanted you guys to learn about certain things, and so you guys can have your own skill set of something, so you guys can really work it together as a family. And I think that's what she really wanted to see.
She would take naps in the back room, and I would open the door on her, and I would hear, they're like, oh, I'm so blowing. And I think that happened like 3 times.
She tried to speak English to me until she started hearing me speak Cambodian, and she was shocked. So after then, she was really, really nice, because her struggling to speak English to me was kind of hard. So when I spoke Cambodian back to her, she was like mind blown, because I do not look Cambodian.
ខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្តដែលបានធ្វើការជុំមួយក្រុមគ្រួសារផង
You know, I was going through a lot before starting this job. And coming here, it gave me like a purpose, like it completed like, you know, my whole life. I'm a single mother, so it was really hard because when I first worked here, my son was barely 2, so like I've struggled a lot throughout the years, like, you know, like raising him and coming into work, and they've actually helped me out a lot.
You know, we have a ton of regulars, and like, you know, there's regulars that come every weekday, there's regulars that come every weekend. So I kind of know like their schedule, and I kind of time to write too. And you know, the kids, like, you get to see them grow up. Like, it's crazy.
I like working here because it's more of like a family-oriented place. It's work, but I became more of a family to them. Like coming here, I feel like you know, it's like being a part of another family.
Yeah, like I'm very grateful to the Tan family. They're very patient. I'm a slow learner, but I try to work hard. So you ask in the line, she puts up a lot with me. But
That I appreciate everything that they've ever done for me.
ខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្តដែលបានធ្វើការជុំមួយក្រុមគ្រួសារផង
ល្អទាំងអស់គាត់ល្អទាំងអស់ក្រុមគ្រួសារកូនចៅគាត់ល្អទាំងអស់ទាំងម៉ែទាំងម៉ាក់ទាំងអស់
I would like to thank you to giving me the opportunity to be a part of this team/family and just taking good care of us.
And we're just here to help and try to make this business blow up a little bit better than it is now.
At the end of the day, like, we want to treat each other, not just us as family, but our workers, our customers as well that enters here. We're all here as family, and we just want to make sure that everybody is welcomed into, our.
And without our staff, we wouldn't be able to do all this. So we want to thank our staff and our customers who has been supporting us and showing us so much love and.
អញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនដូចជាយ៉ាងនេះដែរខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណបងប្អូនអរគ្នាដែលឆ្លងឱកាសមកចូលរួមជាមួយកម្មវិធីរបស់ខ្ញុំនេះដែរបាទបើបងប្អូនចង់មកចង់ដឹងសូមបងប្អូនមើលខាងក្រោមនេះអូខេកន្លែងនេះผมភ្លេច if you want to come check out the location at the bottom right now I dare you to come and try that chop white okay all right អរគុណច្រើនបងប្អូនអរគុណបាទ